What's up, everyone? This is Comics on Edge with another haul video. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this is a pretty big haul video. I got a lot of stuff. I've been hitting up shops, stores, online sales, and I've been going to shops I haven't been to in a while. And I've been getting a ton of stuff, really good stuff that I've been wanting, and just stuff that I've been looking for a while. So this is let's go ahead and show what we're dealing with here. This is the stack. As you can see, there's also magazines in there too. So I really like uh, collecting magazines as well. So we'll go ahead and get started here. The first book, this is two copies of San Diego Comic Con Comics #3. I just like this book. There's nothing really special about it. I really like the cover with the mask on there. It's just a cool yellow covered uh, comic, and I just thought it looked pretty cool, so I picked both of those up. The next one is Antarctic Press Group. This is Punchline. I don't know if that's the first copy or second one, but this is a Punchline, and it's a Hulk 181 swipe. The DC does have a Punchline character, but this is not it. This actually predates the Punchline in the DC Comics right now. So, but this has nothing to do with that character. But I just picked it up because I really like the cover swipe. This one is Aqua Man, Jabberjaw #1. This book was really hot at one point. I just never picked it up because it was hot too fast, and I just didn't really understand paying the money that they were asking for. So I just kind of laid off, and now I was able to find a copy. I was pretty happy about that. It's just a cool, interesting cover. I forgot who did the cover though. I'm sure it's somebody good. Next, I found almost a set of the Rocket Raccoon 4-part miniseries. So I found one or two, three, and four. So the only one I really need is issue #1. I don't know if I have one. I doubt it, but I'll just need that to complete the run. It's they're Magnolia covers. They're pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and keep looking for that #1. Another one is Vision and Scarlet Witch #4. This has a first appearance in there. I forgot who the person's name is, but this is a awesome freebie I got from my boy Doom Wizard on Instagram. And I'll show you the book that I got from him. But this is he threw this in. I thought that was pretty cool. Really good condition. Aquaman #26. I love this cover. This is I think my second or third copy. This is uh, a dolphin cover, and I just really think that it's a beautiful cover. The dolphin character doesn't really get too much exposure, uh, especially on the cover sense. So this one was done really well, and uh, I'm really happy to pick up another copy. These actually shot up too. I mean, this is like a $20 book. Another book I picked up was Aliens Mondo Heat. I think this is a one shot, but I picked it up because of the cover. I just think the cover is really nice. It's kind of like a Bruce Timm vibe to it. So the cover was by Carmen. last name is Carmen. Oh, Ronnie Del Carmen. There you go. So I just thought it was cool. Found this while digging as well. This is Attack on Titan Anthology, free comic book day edition. I don't know if this book has spiked or anything, but you know I found it in the bin. So Robotech #1 Art Germ cover. Love this cover. This I remember when this went on sale. It immediately went to the second printing because it was in high demand. So yeah, it's just a really nice cover by Art Germ. Hallie the Hooters Girl. I think this is oldie, yeah, by Cabbage Comics issue #1. Now this book was actually recalled because Cabbage Comics didn't have the rights to use the Hooters images or anything like that. So there's not too many of these out there. Really cool cover too. I don't really know too much about the story. I can't even imagine what the story is about. Paul Dini's Jingle Bells #2. This cover is awesome because it's done by the man Alex Ross right there. He just kills it, and I just really enjoy that cover. It's a really cool cover. Dreadstar #1. So this is a Jim Starlin book. Really underrated book. Usually when I find these, I just pick them up. This is not his first appearance, so this is like his first story run. His first appearance is in Epic number, I forgot what issue, but you know, these ones are good to grab too. I haven't read it, but I hear the story's pretty good too. There's quite a few issues as well. Dr. Fate #1. Cool first appearance of this version of Dr. Fate. I don't know his name, but I knew that this was a good book to have. This was cool because this is a Chamber of Darkness #7, and this is actually Bernie Wrightson's first work on Marvel Comics. So there you go. 1970s. Picked up a set, which I really enjoy the artwork done on these books. 21st Century Tank Girl #1. 21st Century Tank Girl #2. And #3. So this is kind of like my so I have multiple copies of #1 and 3, but I've always had a hard time finding this. So I finally picked one up, and now I have a set, and now I have 2 extras of 1 and 3. So if I find another one of these, I can complete another set. But yeah, along with that, I got another Judge Dredd #1. I think this is like my 5th copy. So I just find them. I don't know. It's freaking weird. And then we're gonna go here with Deathlock versus Lagoon. Just a badass cover. There's 2 covers of this of the #1. This is a one shot, by the way. But the other cover, the original cover, is done by Magnolia, and this one's done by Schnepp. So he just like crosses over with Lagoon and Deathlock, the Deathlock singer. So I didn't even know it existed, but once I saw it, I had to get it. So I was pretty happy about that. This one I found in a dollar bin. It's a really nice copy of Spider-Man or Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. I guess this has to do with the black suit as well, like one of those books that coincides with the black suit. So, but I just like it because Black Cat's on the cover. So, yeah, not a bad find for a dollar bin book. Um, this I got from my boy Max Century. Um, just so he was selling some books and he had this one, and I have a few copies already, but um, he was really giving some deals on them. So I bought this one, which is Spider-Man number 4, first appearance of Silk, first print, and he ended up sending me this. This is a Scotty Young variant, which is I'm not really into Scotty Young, but man, I think he killed it on this one. I think this cover is really really awesome. Then he threw in her first run, number 1, and the second print. So I mean, he really hooked it up with the freebies. I can't thank that guy enough. He's a really cool guy, and look forward to doing business with him again. Hopefully hopefully sometime in the near future. I found these at a show, and I got them for $3 a piece. Young Avengers number 6. So I know there's a first appearance in there, like a statue or something like that, or maybe even 2. I know these books are heating up though. And then this is the first cover appearance of her in the Hawkeye uniform. So I grabbed those. Uncanny XMen number 1. Look at that cover. This is a Delado cover. I mean, just amazing. Really, really, really good condition. It's an awesome book. I found this too at a show. Sensational She-Hulk number 34. This is a Vanity Fair cover. I have this is probably like my 3rd copy. So this book I was really stoked to find because I've been looking for these for years. And it's just a regular cover, and the prices just keep going up on them because of the artwork, obviously, but it's a beautiful cover, and I found it at a place that doesn't really have too many comic book shops, and this guy had like a corner of a comic section, and he had a bunch of like a ton of indie stuff, which just to dig through that stuff is just awful. But not if you're a Witchblade fan, and this is a book that I found, Witchblade number 161, Apparitions. This is such a hard book to find, and I remember I was holding off on paying $15 for this book, and it just kept going up and up and up, and now it's like I don't know, probably like $60 to $80. I don't know, honestly, but it's one of those books that you just don't want to pay the money for because you've seen it so low, but it just keeps climbing. But I was able to find two copies. The guy didn't have the books out on the floor yet, but he had sat one of the boxes on top of the back issue bins. So naturally, since it was on top of the back issue bins, I went through it. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to because he hadn't priced them yet. So I said, "Hey, if I find anything I like, will you just price it right in front of me? You know, and you know we could work something out." He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I pulled these two puppies out, and I think he charged me $3 a piece, or maybe $1. I don't know. They were in $1. I don't know, but either either way, it was an amazing deal. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ninja Turtles Adventures #1, clean copy. Um, yeah, I mean, it really needs no introduction. First appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady, and I think maybe Krang as well. So these books here, there's a when I saw these books, without even looking anything up, because you can't really find anything now that I realize, but you can't really find anything as far as like information of this book goes. But I already know what I had before I even had to look it up. So this is Walt Disney Comics number 726. And the significance of this book is, so there's two different covers. This is a cover you want to get because this character, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, he he's a well-known Disney character now. He was like one of those lost characters at Disney. It was like one of his first characters that he made, but he ended up selling it, and they never really did anything with that character. And years later, he ended up buying it back. So now, I mean, you know, if you go to California Adventures, he has his own store. But so this is his first like modern appearance. I think his first comic book appearance is like, it's an old book, and the book I think is like a couple grand. But they didn't bring him out until recent. Well, this isn't a new book. This is like a few years old. But yeah, this is actually his like, you know, because I think he skipped the Silver Age or something like that. Now this is his first like modern appearance in comic books after like so many years, like 40 years or so. So yeah, that this book is an awesome book to have. Got two copies here. Love Oswald the character though. Let's show off some slabs real quick. So I got this off a raffle from Fist Comics. He usually does um like raffles almost every day, but he'll skip a day or two, and this is what he had up for raffle, and I ended up winning. He had them for $1 a ticket. So this is Grendel #1. I think it's the second volume. First appearance of Christine Spar, which is her, and you know, I just took a chance and I ended up winning it. So it's a cool book. 9.2 white pages. Not bad. Now this book here, this is actually like a personal not I'm not gonna say grow, but this is a book I've always wanted in a 9/8 slabbed because the characters in this book I just really like. So this is the West Coast Avengers number 46. This is the first appearance of the Great Lake Avengers. And there's a team of 2, 4, 5. So you got Dinah Shore right here, Big Bertha, Mr. Immortal, Doorman, and Flatman. This team is I really like this team because eventually Squirrel Girl ends up joining the team. Uh, because she ends up kicking the bucket. So I just think that the characters are really quirky and they got some like oddball superpowers. If you're ever interested in learning about their superpowers, the best way to learn them is they had a mini run. It's called GLA, Great Lake Avengers. It's a mini series of one through four. It's a 4 book issue, and let me tell you, it gets weird. So that's and I think Doreen Green Squirrel Girl ends up joining the team on that little mini series there. So I would highly recommend that. Next book I have is Transformers number 17. Look at that cover. So you got, and this is why I love Transformer books, because they have books that have several first appearances. So we got first appearance of Blaster, Power Glide, Cosmos, Warpath, Beachcomber, Perceptor, Sea Spray, Straxus, and the Insecticons. All that in this book. So I was pretty happy to get that in a 9.8. Can't complain. So much plastic on them. And then here's another book, the Transformers book, Transformers number 4. This is actually the first appearance of Shockwave and the first Dinobots cameo, which I wasn't aware of at first, because I just picked up a number 8 a while back ago, and that's the only book I really cared about because it's the first appearance of the Dinobots. Well, this has the first cameo. So I gotta have a couple raw copies of this, and I gotta flip through them, and see what the hell they're talking about. But I got this at an amazing deal, so I'm happy to get it. So, yeah, Transformers number 4. Let's get to some Adam Hughes books real quick. I got quite a bit actually, so let's you know me, I can't leave Adam Hughes books in the back issues. One of my favorites of the recent times is Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica. This is the Adam Hughes variant. I just love it. I think it's done really well. It's a cool cover. So, I usually try to pick those up whenever I see them. Birds of Prey, Batgirl, Birds of Prey number 20. Again, awesome cover by Adam Hughes. This is my second copy. Hammer of the Gods number 3, and this is Adam Hughes cover. Signatures right there, but this is only book. He only worked on this book for this series, so it's pretty cool. This is one of the spook comics that he's done. Bat Babe number 2, Adam Hughes cover. Signatures right there. This is pretty cool. A lot of people don't realize that this is a Hughes cover, but the Wild Wild West number 1, Adam Hughes cover. This is from the 90s. And that's his signature right there. It's that's how you know it's old, because his modern signature just consists of a and a H with the exclamation mark. This one he actually spelled out Hughes with the 90 at the end for the date. So, yeah. And of course he recently dropped these Future State books. Wonder Woman number 1, So I grabbed a couple. I think the colors are amazing. The artwork's really good. So I wasn't gonna leave them there. And this is a really cool one. A lot of people don't realize that this is a huge book. So this is Painkiller Jane #1 by Dynamite Comics. Got it in 9.8. This looks like a sketch, and people don't believe me when I tell them like it's not it's not a like a commission or anything like that. This is actually what the cover looks like, because it looks all like it's done with marker and stuff like that. So I tell them, no, that's what the book looks like. His signature's right there. Yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, it's a lot different from what he normally does. But I remember seeing this raw at the Spiderman booth, and it was like $25. And I was just like, you know what? Next time I go there, I'm gonna pick it up because I need it in my life. And when I got there, that booth wasn't there anymore. He had stopped vending at Frankenstein's, and you know took all his books with him. So uh, now I have a 9.8. I got an amazing deal on this. So I guess it's a good thing I waited. Either way, I mean, I would have been happy either way. And then the last Adam Hughes book I'll show you is Power. I just picked this one up recently. Power Girl #1. Adam Hughes variant. There are 2 covers of this book. One is Amanda Connor, and the other one's Adam Hughes. So I have a raw copy of this, but I do not have a 9.8. So the price was right, so I scooped it. But yeah, it's just a badass cover. And then that's pretty much it for the Adam Hughes stuff. We are at 27 minutes, so let's get through some of these magazines here. So I am really into collecting magazines as well, because a lot of times you'll find artwork that it has not been published outside of a magazine, or interviews, or little sketches or concept art. So this isn't a magazine, but I have 1 through 4 of this series, and from what I hear, they're developing a TV show or something. Cowboys, Ninja, and Vikings #5. So I have the other 1 through 4. So I found this copy for like $1. It's not in the best condition, but I could just add it to the set and just kind of. I think there's like 12 issues or something like that, maybe even less. I'm not too sure. So I got the 5th issue of that. This is a cool one. It's a back issue number 92. Cover is done by Yates. Really cool Swamp Thing cover. I really enjoyed people's interpretation of Swamp Thing, so I thought that was pretty nice. Marvel 1989 History and Review. Todd McFarlane cover with Spiderman. This is a pretty common book to find, here and there, but I just never had one before. So when I saw it, I grabbed it. Comic Scene #10. This is a cover that has Darth Vader on the cover. What else? Batman and the Outsiders. I mean, just magazines just have so much cool stuff in there. So I'm a Howard the Duck fan, but I'm also a ManThing fan. So this book has both. Got Howard and ManThing back there. This is issue number 7. So I've always wanted this book, but the books I find these issues that I find are all jacked up. So this one actually was in pretty good condition. So I pulled the trigger on that. This is an awesome one. It's called Comic Book Artist number 23, and it features Mike Mignola. So I don't know if this cover's been released before on comics or not, but yeah, it's a pretty cool cowboy cover. Again, Comic Book Artist number 22. This is awesome because it's a Bruce Timm cover. So it kind of looks like a Magnus Robot Fighter cover swipe. So yeah, you just like I said, you don't see stuff like that. I've never seen this released on comics, and the back is actually a virgin variant of it too. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, these magazines, like, they're so thick. I couldn't even get a backing board in there. So I just left them as it is. They're pretty solid, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a big ass book. Amazing Heroes number 10. I had to have this cover because it had Metal Men on the cover. Or yeah, I had to have this book because it had Metal Men on the cover, and the artwork from Terry Austin is just like, it's a little bit cartoony, which I really like. But and another thing is, I have a bunch of Amazing Hero comics, and this is like magazine size. Normally they're like comic book size. So see that? I mean, just, I don't know. I didn't know that they started off as like magazine size, and then kind of shrunk it. This one, I saw this at a comic shop years ago. I didn't pick it up, and I kind of like regretted after that because I went like the next day to go grab it, and it was gone. So this is Amazing Heroes number 6, a Moon Knight cover, Sinkovich cover, just a bunch of awesomeness in there. New Adams is in the book as well. So yeah, I'm glad to actually be able to find it again for a decent price. The last magazine I'm going to show you is Marvel Preview number 7, and this is the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, I got this at an amazing deal. This is one of those books that I've always tried to get at conventions, but they just had them so high priced. So what I would do is I would go at the end of the convention and try to, like, you know, work out a deal, but they were always sold. So there was no book for me to work with at that point. So now, years later, I ended up finding another copy for myself. So that's cool. So we're down to our last few books, and you might have seen this when I try to measure like these magazines against a comic. And you are right. This is Usagi Yojimbo number 1. I mean, what can I say? This is just a book that people, if you're a Toodles fan, if you're a Usagi fan, you need this in your collection. Good luck, because they're pretty expensive now, and there's doesn't seem like there's too many of them out there. So I got this from my buddy Doom Wizard Alan. Thank you. This is a book I've been searching for a while. I know it's not his first appearance, but I think the cover is awesome, and I'm just happy to have one of these. So thank you, man. Spider-Gwen number 24. Now this is the first appearance of Gwenum, which is a combination of Gwen Stacy and Venom. So her first cover appearance is in Guardians of Nowhere. I don't know what issue it is, but it's actually the Gwen Stacy variant. But this is actually her uh, first appearance in a comic book. So I didn't have one, and uh, I ran into the guys from Imperial Comics, and they had a copy, and they really hooked it up. So yeah, pretty happy about that. So this last book I have here is man, I remember me and my buddies were asking for this book at comic shops everywhere for like weeks. And we literally got laughed at for even asking about it. They thought it was a joke that we were looking for this book. But no, we were actually really looking for it, and all those years I just never was able to get a copy because they were so expensive. But Den Comics on Instagram, they had a sale, and they blew books out. It was insane. They had so many awesome books, and this is the one I picked up from them. Rick and Morty number 1. This is the first print. Um, yeah, I was shocked. I mean, they weren't asking much for it at all, and I jumped on it and just kind of like, you know, now I own a copy, and those guys are still active, so they're probably gonna do a sale pretty soon. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have here, and I know it's a lot, but now I'm able to put all this stuff away finally and start getting new stuff. And I already have stuff coming in. It's ridiculous. Um, a lot of bangers, and like always. And I just I've been working hard and just kind of like getting stuff that I've been really wanting, and it's been working out. Thank God. So, but yeah. If you want to see a preview of all this stuff before I post the video, go ahead and check out my IG account. It's at Comics on the Edge. I put up a lot of great content there, and then eventually it all gets put into a YouTube video like we have here. If you're looking for anything, let me know. I'm always searching for myself and other people's uh, searching books for other people, and yeah, it's uh, I might slow down for the time being, only because I really want to get some of this stuff graded. I mean, there's some of this stuff is just high quality, and I just feel like, I need to start grading some of this stuff so that I can start, thinning out my collection, and figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. But yeah, if you have a favorite book in here, let me know in the comments. And I like to see what other people are really geared toward and what they're interested in. So, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for me here. And just keep an eye out for my next video, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks.